Hi, and welcome to the Freedom Law Group Law Library. In this video, we're going to tackle a topic that could change your financial life forever: why simply stopping paying taxes is not the right move, and what you should do instead to legally and permanently exit the federal income tax system. First, let's address an undeniable fact. There is no law requiring American nationals, those born or naturalized in one of the 50 states of the Union, or to a parent who was, to file and pay federal income taxes. Let me say that again. No law requires it. This is not speculation. It's a matter of documented fact, and that's why millions of Americans have stopped filing and paying federal income taxes. According to the IRS, 80 million people didn't file their taxes last year. So, why isn't this widely known? It all starts with semantic deceit. The federal income tax system relies on a critical misunderstanding of the terms state and United States as they're used in the federal tax code. The legal definitions of these terms do not refer to the 50 states of the Union, but rather to the District of Columbia and U.S. territories. According to 26 U.S.C. Stacker 7701A 10, the term state includes only the District of Columbia. Similarly, 26 U.S.C. 7701A9 defines United States as the District of Columbia and its territories. This means that the federal income tax applies exclusively to federal jurisdictions, not to American nationals living and working in the 50 states. But here's the issue. If there's no law requiring you to pay, why can't you just stop? The problem is that when you filed your taxes for the first time, you voluntarily elected to be a taxpayer. By signing what we call the 1040 confession form, you entered into the jurisdiction of the statutory United States, the District of Columbia, and became subject to federal income tax laws. Before that first filing, you were under no legal obligation to file or pay. Whether you filed your first taxes at 18, 22, 30, or later, the IRS did not and could not compel you to file because you were not legally a taxpayer. But once you filed, you made a legal election to become a taxpayer. And as a taxpayer, there is a legal expectation that you will continue to file and pay for the rest of your life. This is why simply stopping paying taxes is ill-advised. Without properly addressing your taxpayer status, you could find yourself in hot water with the IRS. But here's the good news. There's a way to exit the federal income tax system legally, safely, and permanently. Congress knew that their deceptive system would eventually lead people to file and pay by mistake. To account for this, they codified a legal remedy into the tax code, the Revocation of Election process. This allows individuals who elected to be taxpayers by filing a 1040 form to revoke that election. Once revoked, you are no longer considered a taxpayer and are no longer legally obligated to file or pay federal income taxes. The law governing revocation is found in 26 U.S.C. Section 6013. It outlines that anyone who has made an election can revoke it by submitting a statement to the Secretary of the Treasury. This revocation is permanent, meaning that for the tax year in which the revocation is filed, and every year thereafter, you are no longer legally obligated to file or pay federal income taxes. But this process must be done correctly. The revocation of election isn't just about sending a letter. Your statement must be carefully crafted to include relevant statutes, Supreme Court decisions, and examples of the semantic deceit used in the tax code. It must also acknowledge that your election was made in error due to misinformation. This is where we come in. At Freedom Law Group, our tax freedom package, including our revocation of election affidavit, make this process simple and foolproof. Our package provides everything you need to successfully revoke your election and permanently free yourself from the federal income tax system. You'll never have to file or pay income taxes again, legally and safely. So, don't stop paying taxes. Revoke your election as a taxpayer, and you will have no taxes to pay. Click the link below to learn more about our tax freedom package and start your journey to financial freedom today. Visit freedomlawgroup.us.